Hello everyone, good morning. At least for me it's good morning, and I might look a little sleepy also. So today we'll discuss two stocks. I will not go into details of it. We'll discuss the opportunity in the stock, and the opportunity is because of a news which might come today, which might come also by the end of this week, maybe, or like this week or next week, maybe. So now, if the news comes in favor of the opportunity, then it's a good. Otherwise, the stock might go down also. The both these stocks. Now, these both stocks belongs to oil and natural gas industry. So we'll not get into the details of the stocks like fundamental, technical analysis and all. We will see charts for briefly, and then the reasoning behind it. Understand why this can impact the stock in both the directions. Most likely it will go upwards. I'll tell that also why it will go upwards. So watch till the end of the video so that you can get the entire information. Then based on that, you take your own decision whether you want to invest in this point in time or not, because it's a volatile market. Both side chances are there, but most likely it will go upwards. But again, I'm not saying it will go only upward. The chances are go down also. So take your call yourself based on the research and understanding. It's a disclaimer also. So the two stocks belong to oil and natural gas industry. Right? So let's understand how this oil and natural gas industry works. So this industry is divided into two parts. First part is upstream companies. Second part is downstream companies. So what are upstream companies? So companies which are into exploration, or you can say crude oil exploration, those companies are called upstream companies. So the companies who actually get the crude oil out of those locations where do exploration, drilling and all those things. So these companies are called upstream companies. Companies like Reliance, companies like ONGC, companies like you say Rosneft. So those companies are into that kind of processing where they go into deep seas or all these kind of locations where they do drilling, all the establishment they do, all the investment they do, and they take out the crude out of the ground and then sell it to the other companies. The other companies are the upstream companies, companies which actually make use of the oil for the end consumer, such the refining companies or the companies who use the petroleum as a byproduct for their product. For example, the Asian paints or the paint industry, which uses crude oil or these refined oil based product like byproducts of products as a source of their own raw materials. So these companies are upstream companies. Now I'm not saying all these companies exactly upstream companies, they fall in different categories, but if you put in a big group, then one is upstream who does exploration, investment, everything. One is downstream who make use of that upstream products. So two kind of industries. Now both these industries are impacted recently by news of India, where India put this windfall tax. So what is windfall tax? So let's go down and see what is windfall tax. So give you a hint of it. So whenever anybody makes a lot of money, government wants to make a chunk of money out of that also. So windfall tax is a one-off tax which government imposes on companies which make some unreasonable or unrational gain in for a short period of time. So recently what happened, like few days back, because of Ukraine Russia war, the prices of crude oil was increasing like anything. It went to 120 to 130 dollar a barrel also. So you can see windfall tax to generate nearly 94,800 crore for government, says like Modi. This is the research, right? So windfall tax on domestic crude oil production and fuel exports will generate close to $12 billion for the government in the remainder of the current fiscal, while trimming profit of firms like RIL, so Reliance Industries Limited, and others like ONGC, Reliance, and these companies will. Now how this works? So see, basically you're seeing crypto. So whenever you make money, government see that okay, you're making a lot of money. But having 2021 people are making a lot of money in crypto. So government like okay, you make the money, give me that money, because now I can see you are making a lot of money. So government want cut off out all the money what you make, and that is, I'm not saying reasonable, not reasonable. That's a debate, but this is how it works. So this is a kind of tax what government put. So same thing they did for windfall tax also. Now how they want to do it? So this is, they are saying, like what is previous article we showed, 94,800 crores, that is predicted only if the tax is imposed for the rest of the year, like rest of the remaining 6 to 7 months. But there is a chance also that government might reduce that windfall tax if the price of crude oil falls below to a level. So the level what they are saying is $40 a barrel. If it falls down, they will remove the windfall tax. Now they'll remove it when it goes below $40, but that doesn't mean they'll keep the taxes as it is what they impose now if it doesn't reach $40 a barrel. So what is going to happen? Now let's go back to the article and see the price what government is trying to say here. So if you go down, I'll just go down the end of the article where the price are mentioned. Yeah, if you see May 2022, the government announced a cut in excise to rupees 8 per litre in petrol, rupees 6 a litre on diesel, which is estimated to have reduced its revenue by 1 lakh crore. Now, to suffice this kind of losses, government has put this tax of windfall tax on these companies, ONGC and Reliance. Now, if you see this, the windfall tax. This is around 6 per liter on exports of petrol and ATF. So this air fuel, like air transport fuel. And then if you see rupees 13 per liter on exports of diesel. So whichever companies like this Reliance and all the export a lot. So whenever they export, this kind of taxes will be imposed on per liter. So it's 6 and 13 individually. At the same time, upstream producers, upstream means as I told you the companies produce the crude oil. So upstream producers will have to pay taxes of 26,250 per ton, so around $38.2 per barrel. So this has created a lot of impact on the companies which are into the sector. So which major companies are into this sector? So two major companies, Reliance and ONGC. So let's talk about what happened to ONGC first. So if you see ONGC nosedived on 4th of July. So 1st of July this news came, 30th June. 1st of July is nosedived and then it's making a range. So now the news has come that India, today the meeting will be there on Friday, and India will in the meeting decide whether to continue the same taxes or they will reduce the taxes. Mind it's reduced, they're not gonna remove the windfall taxes. Windfall taxes they're going to keep till it reaches a certain price level, which they are told $40 per barrel. But they'll reduce from the price what is so 6 per liter and 13 per liter, maybe to 5 per liter or 12 per liter, anything like that, which will come, which outcome will come in the news today. Today or tomorrow they're going to remove the windfall tax. The moment they reduce the remove the windfall tax, these companies are going to go back to the level from which they fell down for sure. So we can see 16% gain here. The stock might start moving up from here. Second thing, because of which the higher crude oil prices, the upstream producers, the producers which are in the upstream side, which produce the crude oil. If you see the production of crude oil is a fixed asset heavy, like investment heavy business, where their investment is fixed, but the return can vary depending on the price at which crude oil is sold. Now suppose your fixed cost is always 8.8 and your selling cost is 1 rupees, and then because of some reason becomes 1.5 rupees, so your, and then for some reason become 1.3 rupees, so your earning varies based on how high the selling price is. Now since crude oil price selling price is very high, this company will make unrealized profit. Some part of it will taken away by the government, but since they will going to reduce, this will start increasing now. So first is that they will reach up to previous level. Now once they are removed completely and the profits number comes out in that quarter, it might go up also. So this is a successive target. I'll not say these are complete the last target. This kind of successive target based on how the windfall tax is removed and based on how these companies are realizing the profit. So I'll just draw a line over here. So you can see this is first 30%. Then they have one more target which can be reached on top if they reach on top. Now these two targets, if you, these two targets are very subjective in nature. So first target, the below target of 16% is in nature of that based on directly on the windfall tax, but these two targets depends a lot on the inflation and the kind of interest rate hike by the Fed and the kind of inflation is Indian market as well, the kind of your demand in the market. So these two are a combination of different factors. First target is only the combination of windfall taxes. So keep in mind whenever you buy the stock for a target that the targets are all based on some subjective global factors, not only based on windfall tax. Since we're talking about windfall tax in this video, I'm keeping it a highlight that only the first target is based on windfall tax. So now let's go into Reliance and check how things are for Reliance. So if you go into Reliance Industries, same kind of pattern from 4th July they started falling down. So as I told you, same goes for the also current price if you see, and this is the first target what we can get. So in this stock also first target for this stock is around 6 to 8%. Since the Reliance is a company which has both the things upstream and downstream, they are integrated upstream and downstream, so they have higher profit margin and they are cushioned. As I told you, upstream companies gain more in the case of gain of crude price, but downstream companies doesn't gain that much. But since they are cushioned in that way, so their fall is also relatively lesser compared to ONGC, and same thing again should be lesser compared to ONGC. Second target for this company is their previous peak, which is again the target of around 14 to 15% from here. Again, this is again based on global factors also, as we discussed in ONGC. So these two other stocks are the one which I want to highlight it today in this video, because this is a kind of swing trading opportunity which you should take advantage of, because the market is very volatile. Making money in this market is quite difficult if you don't make money out of some kind of swing trading opportunity and based on some momentum going on in the market. So windfall tax reduction can be a good momentum for a like around 6 month period of time where it can make some kind of profit from these good companies, and ONGC especially is trading much below its book value also. So that makes ONGC a better company to buy compared to Reliance at this point in time. And please understand, this is only for swing trading, not for long term or medium term investment. So understand this before making any investment. So this was the video. If you find it helpful, please do like it, do share with your friends, and if you're new to the channel, do subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon so get notified whenever I publish a new video. So thank you so much for watching. Stay happy, stay safe.